What's up, everybody? You're watching Joe Box TV, and I'm here to recap the highly anticipated heavyweight championship battle between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Man, that was a real heavyweight fight. That's how it should be done. In fact, I'd probably go as far as to say that was the best heavyweight fight I've seen in the past decade. In fact, the only one that can compare to that is Deontay Wilder's last fight, the Luis Ortiz fight. But I think this one probably tops it. I personally had it 114-112 for Tyson Fury, and I'll get into my round-by-round scoring very shortly here. But first things first. The first thing that jumps to mind is, how did Tyson Fury get up? I mean, after the first knockdown in round 9 when Wilder clipped him with a straight right hand to the temple, equilibrium shot, knocked Fury down, and he was able to recover pretty quickly. 12th round, Wilder finally lands his signature right hand bomb, lays Fury out on his back, so he's laying down flat with his eyes rolled back, and somehow, some way, he manages to get up and beat the count. Now, there was, at least briefly, some controversy about the count being too long, the referee's count being too long. First of all, it's a referee's count, and second, it wasn't a long count. There's several videos out there that prove that it was 10 seconds between the time, it was less than 10 seconds between the time he hit the canvas and when he got up. What's so fascinating about this is Fury getting knocked down flat on his back and then getting up and finishing the fight to secure a draw. In a way, it draws similarities to his life, because Fury got knocked down in life. He had a drug problem. He had mental health problems with depression. After the Klitschko fight, when he became the heavyweight champion of the world, he suddenly felt empty and said to himself, what's next? And so he began partying and drinking, and eventually all the problems started to compound. He contemplated suicide, but fortunately never went that route and decided to pull his life together. Just like he got back up in life, he got up from the knockdown and finished. Now, let me break down my view of the fight. Throughout most of the first round, not much happened, and I was kind of expecting that. You got two big heavyweights keeping their distance, with Wilder looking to land that big right hand, trying to see how he can set it up, and Fury seemingly trying to get inside Wilder's head with his antics and throw him off with his upper body movement and his long jab. But in the closing stages of the round, after Wilder missed with a couple of bombs, Fury brilliantly countered him with a combination that he thought definitely sealed the round for him. Again, throughout most of the second round, not much happened. I think Fury may have had the slight edge and jabs landed, although Wilder was pegging away with the jab to the body. Not much happened until this time in the closing seconds, Wilder lands his right hand. Not that signature right hand bomb right on the chin, but he clips Fury with a good shot that I think helped Wilder edge out the second round. So I gave Wilder round 2. In round 3, I think something changed. I think Fury's confidence level began to rise. Maybe is because he's able to take Wilder's right hand and stand up to it, and so he feels more comfortable engaging. Again, little by little, he starts to land his jab, and he lands a few looping right hands around the guard of Wilder. Wilder hasn't really built himself a consistent offense other than some jabs to the chest and one good right hand. Fury takes round 3. In round 4, you start to see Wilder get frustrated. And Fury is gaining momentum. He's landing the jab. His upper body movement is on point. As Wilder bombs away with these vicious flurries, he's hitting nothing but air. And you can feel the frustration in Wilder as Fury keeps popping him with the jab, putting his hands behind his back, showboating, and we see the antics, and Fury's controlling the tempo. He wins the 4th round. Here's what I have a problem with. How the heck does Judge Alejandro Rochin score the first 4 rounds for Wilder? I don't get that. I mean, just because you're the aggressor doesn't mean it's effective aggression. Round 5 is basically the same. Wilder is still swinging away with bombs, but not connecting. And Fury's upper body movement is giving him fits. He also starts to loop more punches around the guard. And at this point, he's starting to separate himself from Wilder. At this point, I have it 4 rounds to 1 for Fury. I can see it 3-2, but no closer. Round 6, Fury has his best round of the fight thus far. And he lands, I believe in this round he lands a short combination that drives Wilder into the ropes. Doesn't hurt him, but Fury's starting to pile up points. Wilder can't seem to land. I believe he landed the occasional left hook here and there, and a couple of grazing right hands, but nothing really effective. And Fury is almost starting to outclass Wilder at this point. At this point, I have it 5-1 Fury. In round 7, Fury starts to land some of his best punches of the fight. He lands 1-2 that lands right on the chin, snaps Wilder's head back. It's the best moment of the fight thus far for Fury, and Wilder is again frustrated. He lands some decent shots in this round, but Fury definitely has a decisive edge in punches landed in this round. I don't see how I can give it to Wilder. I think his moments were too few and far between. Round 8, still more of the same. I mean, you got Tyson Fury at, 250 pounds? And there he is. Dancing around the ring like Muhammad Ali or something. There were some moments where Wilder would corner him and Fury would just be up and down and bobbing and weaving and dodging everything. Some of it was masterful work from Fury. Wilder would throw 5 or 6 consecutive bombs and miss everything. And Fury's putting on a clinic at this point. Round 8, the pace does slow down a little bit, but Fury's still outlanding him and controlling the tempo. Round 9, here's when things change. Wilder has a decent start to the round, and he soon lands a right hand, backs Fury into the ropes. Then, as Fury leans down to avoid a shot, he gets caught with another right hand to the temple, which sends him to the canvas. And that's a big moment, because prior to then, Fury was beginning to outclass Wilder, and now Wilder shows that power that we all know he has. I mean, 40 wins, 39 by knockout coming in, and he floors Fury. But Fury recovers quickly and surprisingly wins the rest of the round. What was also stunning was how in round 10, Tyson Fury has by far his best round of the fight. In one sequence, he lands another vicious 1-2 right on the chin, and then another 1-2 that seemingly buckles Wilder. It buckled his knees, and at least gave him reason to back up for a moment. round 11, contrary to the judges' scorecards, I actually gave this round to Wilder. Not much happened in the round. It seemed as though both were saving their energy for the 12th round. And I think Wilder was able to stay busy with enough body shots, right hands to the chest, and plus he did have Fury backing up, and sometimes when you can't decide between the two and there's not much to choose from, you often go with the aggressor, so I gave this round to Wilder. 12th round. At this point, it's 106-102 on my scorecard, and Wilder needs a knockout to win on my card. And I think a lot of us felt that it looked like that's what happened when Wilder first landed that right hand followed by the left hook, put Fury down, and he was unconscious, it appeared, for a few seconds, regains consciousness after his eyes were rolled back in his head. He beats the count, somehow manages to continue. What was impressive was, even after getting knocked down, he landed a big left hook that briefly buzzed Wilder, and outside of that moment he was mostly able to hold on and just survive the round. So my scorecard ends up 114-112. Tell me what you think of the fight down below and what your scorecard was. This is probably going to win Fight of the Year, honestly, and probably Round of the Year for that 12th round drama. It definitely outdid my expectations. I was expecting a good fight, one where Fury outboxes him for a few rounds and then Wilder clocks him and ends it. It didn't quite play out that way, and it was an amazing fight. I take issue with the one score of 115-111 because, like I said earlier, there's no way you can give the first 4 rounds of that fight to Wilder. There's no way. And I think I can definitely see a draw. I'm not sure how you can make a case that Wilder won 6 rounds. Definitely not 7. I'm thrilled to have seen such an amazing heavyweight fight. So what's next? To me, it has to be one of these 3 scenarios. Fury and Wilder rematch. Wilder fights Anthony Joshua. Or Tyson Fury fights Anthony Joshua. But Anthony Joshua has to be willing to step up and fight one of these 2 guys. It will probably be Dillian Whyte. I hope not, but I'm telling you that's probably what's going to happen. I hope I'm wrong, though. So, let me know what you thought of the whole card, and particularly the main event, down in the comments below. JoeBox TV,